The other hidden puzzle. Loop. Okay. Okay. Loop. Loop. Oh my god. I got it. Oh my god, did I frickin' do it? 2, 4, 7, 8. I just put those on. 2, 4, 7, 8. Okay, so I need to go to 5, 6, 3, and 1 and turn them off. Wherever they are. Oh my god, where the... Well, let's head to 3.
Every answer leads to another question. The last answer leads to the first question.
How do I connect it? There we go.
When the first man picked up the first stone, he did not do so to forge a tool. He did so to smite his brother.
There is another question mark here. The Thrasir?
While exploring the forest, I came across a sight of primal force. A beautiful stag, standing on a hill silhouetted against the setting sun. It appeared like a messenger from some divine natural power, perhaps from Gaia herself. Even to a being such as myself, less susceptible to manipulation by instincts and hormones, it was clearly a moment of revelation. In such moments, we are told to avert our eyes. But what if we do not? What will we discover if we look more closely? If we could speak to the stag, what wisdom would it have to offer? The answer is none. The stag is an animal of overwhelming stupidity, driven only by fear, hunger, and lust. There is no abyss for us to plunge into behind this revelation. Rather, the revelation is as flat and unreal as the plywood walls of a film set.
Let's go back to 1. Now that I know how to do this Pandora's box one, I really want to get it done. I thought there was another sprite, but there's not. There's like, I gotta look for a connection point. Here, we see it here. Okay, so I guess the question is, if I see this has connectors, I can see it from here. Where else can I see to? Fuck, that is kind of perfect. Okay, hold on. Maybe I don't need it. Since I can create it with the RGB here. Maybe I don't need it. Maybe I don't need it. Maybe I just need to place this here, connect this and this, select, okay, and then I need the blue just right here. Yeah, I just need that. Since it has the RGB thing, I don't need the extra stuff, like the extra connection points.
The hunter does not hunt because he is hungry. He hunts because he revels in death.
Ugh. Okay. They're all kind of this way. Oh, but not that way. Let's go to this golden puzzle. We'll probably have to finish everything and then come back for the golden puzzles, but I want to see, now that I have more stars, what it says. Okay. I think it's based off of the special puzzles that we do. Like the non-standard, the non-numbered ones. But I'm not 100% sure. Now we can head on to the third section.
After Wonke found those labs, I started thinking, where did all the tech come from? So I had a look at the serial numbers, and it turns out the answer is New Alexandria.
Oh. Wow, I guess that makes sense. After the explosion, the colony was abandoned. Nobody ever went back for all that stuff.
We had enough to deal with. So many dead.
So that's one question answered. But how did they go from scavenged Alexandria tech to all this?
How did we go from nothing to where we are now? Through the application of reason and the right tools.
Yeah, but this is so much more advanced than what New Jerusalem has. Like, crazy. Whoa.
Look at the size of that structure.
How does the material support so much weight? Is it the same stuff as the other buildings?
Yeah. I know it looks like some type of concrete, but the molecular structure is completely different. Whatever it is, it's a lot stronger and less brittle.
Are the labs made out of the same material?
No, that's just ordinary concrete. Although, it does have some molecular weirdness going on, too. Too little variation in the grain.
Let's talk to Yakut a little bit here.
I can't stop thinking about Miranda. A
Me
new
neither, man.
person not born in New Jerusalem? Can you imagine that? I wonder what it's like to be her. Free? In what way? Is that how you feel about New Jerusalem? Like you've been forced into a role you didn't want? I know what you mean, but look at it this way. What you do with it is still up to you. Everyone has some problem to deal with.
I guess it's...
It might be this. Although there was an expedition to a superconductor storage facility up north, incredibly well preserved, but the logistics were an absolute nightmare. Now that I think about it, there might be some of that in you. Our ancestors built some pretty amazing things. Huge cities, factories, mines, monuments to their history, but nothing quite like this, no. They're very different from the rest of these structures in that they serve a clear purpose. Everything else is kind of surreal, but the labs are places where people lived and worked. I don't know what that means, but I think it means something. Oh no, please, no puzzles. I'm so bad at puzzles. I barely got out of the booting process. Elohim thought I might be defective.
That's funny.
Maybe they're for powering up the megastructure? Or maybe they just open it, like keys. Why? No idea. But aren't they gorgeous? Just incredible feats of engineering?
They are very
Built this place,
beautiful.
But whoever they were, they must have had a purpose. Making something so beautiful feels like a statement of intent.
What have you got here for me?
Just when I thought we'd found all the weird stuff.
Success. Miranda. 456E657. Whoa.
So, humanity is great. I really believe that. And that's why I'm here. But I have to be honest with you, individual people, not always my favorite. I'm not the smartest guy ever, and I know that. But there are some people, man, some people are just so dumb. I don't even know if they're actually conscious. Sometimes I think their whole lives might be like a dream. They're just stumbling around, no idea what's going on, mumbling some random nonsense. And the thing you have to understand about our time period is that a lot of these people wield enormous power. They run whole countries and corporations. Yeah, that's right. We've handed over our civilization to people I wouldn't trust to tie their own shoelaces. And if they're dumb, then what are we? I don't honestly have an answer to that, so just please try to do better.
Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or as others say he was the creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze, and had but one vein, within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver, and others assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man? He moved of his own volition, he spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If then a machine may have all the properties of a man, and act as a man while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics. Yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood.
Okay.
I think about New Alexandria all the time. But realizing this place was built on its bones just brings it all back even more. We were so optimistic when we started. So full of ourselves. Thought we could accomplish anything. And then, in one single moment, it was all gone. I remember a flash, and then just lying there, realizing that my legs had melted. I tried to pull myself away from the fire, but the servos in my arms were broken. If Eustathius hadn't found me, sorry. Just some old scars.
I thought about that too hard. That was very simple.
When we go to New Jerusalem, I'm going to have a cat. He's going to be black and white, and his name is going to be Bean. And I'm going to make sure that he never gets sick, and he never gets old, and he'll be my best friend forever.
So they were planning on going back to New Jerusalem. Day 42, we broke ground on the first of the permanent structures today. It's strange, this place. It's a lot of open space. From Miranda to 5358. We finished setting up the external site at the lake. The area is still so stunning, but we forgot the experiment for a while and went for a long walk. Anthony Castor. Huh. So it seems that lifts the fear. What's his name? Lifthrasir. After the founder left, they came here. And they established a new place. Miranda was born here. So that's an inverter. So that will do absolutely nothing for me. Red, blue inverter. There and back again. Yeah. we've got a blue situation here, so I need to bring this back to get a blue situation going into that. And then, but first I need to also connect it to this so that I can pick this up. Connect this to that. I don't need to connect to that. I just need to connect it to this. And we're good. And we have done it. Yo, what's up, Alcatraz?
I've been meaning to talk to you.
Yeah?
This, vision you had, the data stream overload. How did it feel?
Super sluggish.
Don't you worry that maybe your first impression was correct? And after that, your mind was basically being hijacked? Just don't take this too lightly, okay?
Okay.
We're sturdier than our ancestors, but a mind is still a fragile thing.
Okay.
Go ahead. It's pretty clear to me that she doesn't want us to proceed with what we're doing. I find that deeply concerning. That said, there are clearly other forces at play here as well, so I'm trying my best to remain open to a more positive interpretation. Exactly. But we don't really understand anything yet, and this Prometheus is suspiciously absent, so I remain cautious. Whatever that being is, it told us that we stand before the fire. That can only be a warning, and I think we should take it seriously. We don't want another New Alexandria. Me? Well, I was born when New Jerusalem was a lot smaller than it is now, and there was a lot of work to do. I wasn't really interested in technical stuff, engineering and so on, but I was good at keeping things organized. So I got involved with the administration side of things, making sure the scavenging teams focused on the right materials, keeping track of our energy usage, that sort of thing. I think we've accomplished what the founder wanted us to, and I'm proud that I helped make that happen. Byron doesn't see it that way, obviously, but I think sometimes he gets so lost in his dreams that he forgets to look at the real world. Of course. My best friend, in fact, and someone I've worked with hundreds of times over the centuries. A good person who cares about the world and the people in it. I just also think he's wrong about everything and extremely annoying.
That's very funny. I think he likes it.
Oh, he does. He absolutely does.
That's it.